Guess who got brands talking? Brandlife.co.za.
Welcome to Wisdom Corner. Today I will be talking about the F factors of failure. The F factors of failure. There are 4 factors of failure I discovered which I would like to share with you today. These are things that cause failure in whatever you do. So for you to have good success in whatever you do, you will have to overcome these 4 factors of failure. For those joining us on Facebook, good afternoon. Today I'm talking about the F factors of failure. My name is Ndon E. Ndon. The first factor is fear. Fear is a major factor of failure because fear blinds your eyes from seeing things positively. Fear is sentencing yourself to a self-made prison that you hope to spend the rest of your life until you figure out for yourself a way out. Fear is one of the greatest challenges of success. Whatever you fear, that thing dominates you. You cannot break free from what you fear until you decide to do so. And sometimes it's difficult for people to help you, except you make up your mind to overcome your fear. A self-made prison is worse than any other prison, because even if the prison doors of a self-made prison are open, you may not walk out free because your mind has been taken captive. You need to renew your mind to be out of the captivity of fear. I know nothing dangerous like fear. Fear is terrible. So you must do all you can to overcome fear in order to succeed. The first F factor of failure, the first thing that can make you fail in life is fear. I remember the story of a man called David Jesse. David Jesse was king of Israel many years ago. He made a profound statement, and he said, "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." David Jesse was a man who believed in God, his capabilities, and his abiding presence with him as his helper. So he felt confident in anything God can do, which is everything. In other words, whatever God can do, David Jesse believed he too can do it by the grace of God. So this made him operate in a level where he feared nothing. He operated by the strength of God, not by his strength. No wonder he could do many things that others could not do. Things like fighting a lion and a bear. Things like killing a giant whose name was Goliath, a Philistine. He did these things, and people wondered, even at his age. There were people older than him who could fight this giant, but they couldn't. He just came on board and he saw the giant as being too big to miss. I can just kill this giant. What will be given to me when I do this? Before you can speak like that, you must have overcome fear in your life. Fear limits us. Fear does not allow us to step out into the things that we can do, even the things that we know that God has given us grace to do. Fear stops you. Fear limits you. So whatever it takes in your life, you must do all you can to get rid of fear. Don't let fear exist in your life. Fear will always give excuses for what should be done. It will always say, "Oh, this is happening, that's why I can't do this. This is happening, that's why I can't do this." So you can overcome fear when you realize that the God who created you is with you, and that you were made in his image and likeness to overcome situations according to his power that works in you. So I will say to you, fear not. fear not. You can make it. What is that dream in your heart? What is that thing you want to achieve? Step out. Just begin it. Don't give excuses. Don't say nobody knows me, I can't do this. Just start it. Just begin where you can. And you will see that thing grow from one level to another, and you will be happy. So the second F factor of failure that I have discovered is faithlessness. Faithlessness is not believing in what you do. It's you being at a position where you do not believe in what you do. You have started something. You have something in your mind to do, but you struggle to believe it will work. You struggle to believe in it. So when you do a thing for whatever reason without believing in it, you may be setting up yourself for failure, because you may not be able to overcome the challenges that will come with what you do. In every challenge, in every project, in everything you want to do, there are challenges. Whether you see them now or you see them in future, there are challenges awaiting you. So in every project or work, there are challenges that are associated with that particular project or work. And the first thing that can help you overcome any challenge you face in what you do is your faith to overcome. You believing that you can overcome. You believing in what you do. You believing that this thing is important. This thing can succeed. When you have that kind of faith, I believe you can overcome any challenge that stands before you. So when you have this faith, even if the way is rough, you can find a way out of it. Your faith must be backed up with work. Work is the proof of faith. You cannot say you truly believe in achieving something and you do nothing about stepping out in the direction of achieving that thing. No, that is not faith. Faith must be backed up with your actions. So if you truly believe that what you're doing can succeed, then take the extra mile. Go the extra mile. Take the extra step you have to take. Do all you can to make sure that it succeeds. I believe that things succeed according to our faith. It's very difficult for things to succeed beyond your faith. Now, your faith is the catalyst you need to push things forward, to make it happen. So when you believe in something, listen to me, even if the whole world does not believe in it, but you can believe in it, you can make it happen. You can produce something great when you truly believe in something. And for some reason, a lot of people don't believe in things at the beginning. You have to know that. They don't believe in it until they see the manifestation of that thing. Then they will believe. Even the people who told you this thing is impossible, you cannot make it happen, when you begin to manifest in that thing, they come around and say, wow, this is wonderful. The same people will change what they said before, and they will say, this is wonderful, you've done well. And some people will even say, we always knew that you will succeed. Even when they did not believe you will succeed. So the best way to prove your critics wrong is to go ahead and succeed. The best way to remain happy, the best way to be joyful in what you do is to go ahead and succeed. And that's by you believing in that thing. That this thing can succeed no matter what it takes. So listen to that faith inside you and do all you can to succeed. That is the second F factor of failure, is faithlessness. You must try and believe in whatever you do. You must do all you can to believe in it. You must meditate on it until you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, please don't expect anybody else to believe in it. This is the truth. How will you expect someone else to believe in what you do not believe in? You have to first believe in it, and you'll be able to convince other people to believe in it. You know why a lot of people cannot convince people to invest in their projects? Because they themselves don't believe in that project. They are just testing the waters. They're just trying it out. So what should the other person do? You have to believe in whatever you do. That's the second F factor of failure. The third F factor of failure that I've come to see or to understand is foolishness. Foolishness is doing one thing and expecting a different result. In other words, it is doing something that is not in line with your expectation. According to the dictionary, foolishness is a trait of acting stupidly or rashly. Foolishness can also be seen as a state of unpreparedness in what you desire to achieve. If you walk into a war field ready to fight without being equipped with any weapon or training, people will see that as a foolish act. So when you step out to do something that you did not prepare for in any way or at any time, it can be considered as foolishness, because even God prepares people for what He wants them to do. So preparation will eliminate foolishness. In other words, for you to eliminate foolishness from whatever you are doing or whatever you want to achieve, you have to prepare for it. Prepare for it. In fact, even some people prepare for things and they still meet challenges. How much more those who do not prepare for it? I was speaking about the story of a man called David Jesse. He went into this battlefield and he saw this giant intimidating his people. And he took it upon himself to fight this giant at a young age. His elder brothers were in the army that should have fought the giant, but they didn't have the courage. They were fearful. So he wanted to fight the giant. But remember, he was prepared. How was he prepared? When he was taking care of his father's sheep, the lion came. He fought the lion and killed the lion. The bear came. He fought the bear and killed the bear. So he was prepared. So when the king of, his people said to him, "You can't fight this man," he said to him, "Listen, your servants have killed a lion and a bear. I can also kill this man." And when the king had that level of preparation, he could not stop him. He even gave him his armor to go and fight. But he could not use his armor because he has not trained with it. So he gave him back his armor and he used what he was conversant with, something he was used to, which was his sling. And he picked some stones, and with a sling he was able to kill the giant. He was prepared. One thing I've come to discover: the challenges we go through in life prepares us for the greater things that we are to achieve in life. And that is why you are meant to find a positive thing about the challenges you face. You're not meant to complain and say, "Oh, why me? Why me? Why me?" Most of the things that God allows to come our way is to prepare us for the greater tasks ahead. So when you are prepared, you are confident, you have the courage to fight and to stand in whatever situation you face. A lot of successful people I have read about, they had a challenging background. Some of them, they grew up in hardship. They grew up in survival. So with this, survival mentality and, the things that they went through, it built them up. It made them strong to take risk, to do things that others will dare to do, because they have seen so many things, so many problems, so many challenges. So I believe personally that even the family we are born into is also ordained by God. The situations we face, most of them, God allows it to build us up. If we can look at life from a positive angle, to take the things that can build us from whatever we go through, we will have wisdom, we will have faith, we will be fearless to overcome in whatever we want to do. So I want to let you know that you need to be prepared. And also the things you're going through are also a way of preparing you. So don't give up. Stand strong and God will help you through. And you will use the experiences of what you have overcome to achieve greater things in future. The fourth F factor of failure that I have discovered is fruitlessness. Fruitlessness. Fruitlessness to me is having nothing to prove who you are or what you do. You know, you labor, you do things, but you have nothing to show for it. In other words, you may not be doing the right thing, so you don't have a fruit to show. So this is like planting a fruit-bearing tree and not expecting or demanding a fruit from it. Some people are fruitless because they don't expect fruit from what they do. They don't demand for it, or they are not doing the right thing. So whatever you are doing, you must watch to see that that thing is bearing fruit. That thing is giving you the result that you desire. So you must always watch out to see. You won't just do things and just say, oh, at least I'm happy I've done it. No. In everything you do, there must be a fruit to it. If there is no fruit, then you have to change the tactics. You have to change the strategy. Like what I say to people when it comes to marriage. When you communicate with your spouse, and instead of your spouse following up with you, to communicate or to understand what you're trying to communicate, you're trying to communicate your challenges in that relationship with a certain issue. But instead of your spouse understanding with you, he gets more angry. Sometimes it might be the way you communicate the issue. You must always plan your words and your works in a way that it will give you the fruit that you desire. In other words, you must have a fruit in mind that you want what you're doing to bear for you. You must have it in mind. You must have a vision regarding whatever you want to achieve. That vision becomes the fruit you are expecting from that thing. So with this kind of mindset, it eliminates fruitfulness from your life. So you must bear fruit. You must bear fruit. So we must understand the purpose of everything we do and expect or demand their manifestation. Everyone who works for a particular institution expects to be paid. And if not paid, the person will try to find out why. This should be the same attitude in everything we profess and do. There should be fruits for others to see what you represent or do. I have heard people question a person about being a Christian, for instance, simply because they have not seen any fruit of Christianity from the person. So rather, what they see are the fruits of worldliness, the fruits of things that are opposite what the person professes to be, even though the person professes to be a Christian. I like a passage in the Bible which Jesus gave his disciples. He gave them an answer to a question. So they were asking him, how do we know you're true followers? And he said to them, by their fruit you will know them. In other words, fruits are the only way we can prove who you are and what you do. So you need to have the proper fruit. If you have been doing something for many years and it has benefited nobody, then that thing is not bearing fruit. You may either work on it or try new ideas for it to bear fruit. Or you may change it for something else that will bear positive fruit. Our lives are meant to bear fruit and impact others positively before we leave this earth. You will only be remembered for the positive impact you make in people's life. The positive impact you made in people's life, which becomes the fruit that they saw, and they say that this person is really who he or she says he is, or is really doing what he or she says he's doing. So today I will be wrapping up here. Remember these F factors of failure. The first one is fear. Don't be afraid. The second one is faithlessness. Make sure you have faith in whatever you do. The third one is foolishness. Make sure you are always prepared for whatever you want to do. That's the only way to eliminate foolishness. The fourth one is fruitlessness. Make sure you have fruit in whatever you are doing. It will help you to succeed. Friends, I want to invite every one of you to a program we're having on the 16th of February. It's called Marriage New Wine. If you're married, I'm inviting you to come. It will be 3 p.m., 16th of February on 272 Oak Avenue. You cannot miss it for anything. I'm inviting you to be there. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm glad that you tuned in today. Until same time next week, we hope to continue another important topic on Wisdom Corner. Thank you very much.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za